get apathetic and not even notice when we need to hold each other up or give help. I've asked people, there are women in this congregation who will tell you, I have asked them, compassion on my spiritual gifts list, my compassion gift is way down here. I keep it tucked in my shoe. And so I have asked ladies who have that gift to when they see something, to let me know. Because I don't want to get slaughtered. We need to be extending love to each other and care to each other. Once again, holiness is us saying yes to Jesus when we care for and serve each other. Paul is reminding the Thessalonians and us that it's very important we see each other's family, giving attention to each other's joys and difficulties. We really are the family of God. That's not just an old song that the Gaithers wrote. We really are the family of God. We really are brothers and sisters, caring for each other, helping each other spiritually. Verse 11, make it your goal to live a quiet life, minding your own business and working with your hands, just as we instructed you before. Then people who are not believers will respect the way you live, and you will not need to depend on others. Okay, back to Thessalonica. A very Greek and Roman city, a city full of religions with practices that are too R-rated to talk about. When people became Christians, they no longer fit into the mold of that world. So Paul gives them some really, really practical advice so they can survive. And I think we need some survival advice in our world today. And the first thing he says is, live a quiet life. What does he mean, live a quiet life? You see, it would have been really easy for the Christian Thessalonians to get an attitude of, quit treating me this way, and to demand things. And Paul says, no. Live a quiet life. Now, it didn't mean they didn't share Jesus, because they did, because the church of Thessalonica grew and grew. So they're sharing Jesus. But it makes me think they were very winsome about it, and that they did it by loving others and serving others. The next thing Paul says is minding your own business. Or as we say in my household, mind your beeswax. It would be so easy, especially if you were mistreated, to begin to undermine other people, especially with your words. Paul says, you do, then we go there. You want to please God? You want to please God? Mind your own business. Take care. Take care of your house. Take care of your church. Take care of the people God puts in your circle. Take care of the people God brings you to. You see all of those? God, 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 God. Because all that boils down to when we become selfish. You know, if I need to make myself look better, the quickest and easiest way to do that is to talk bad about somebody else or point out their faults. What's that old saying? This is not in my sermon. I bet some of y'all know it. But when you point at somebody, 3 fingers come right back at you. I think that's what Paul's saying here. Encourage people. Lift people up. Serve people. And then Paul makes a statement that is really interesting to me. Mind your own business and working with your hands, just as we instructed you before. Their lifestyle was to be above reproach. Paul is really saying to them here, and I don't know how to say it except to say it, so I'll just say it. Paul is saying here, don't be freeloading. He's saying it here. Because when you do that, then people won't trust you. They won't trust you. If they see you taking advantage of others, why would they trust you? Paul's saying don't live that way. See to your needs. Now, we know for a fact that he must be talking about people who weren't doing it. He must have been talking about people who really were freeloading. Because in other epistles, and even in this epistle, we'll find places where when people are in need, because they have a real need, we are to take care of them. And the church has always been to take care of them. That has never been a question. So that's not what Paul's talking about here. He's talking about people who really do take advantage of others. Paul says you take advantage of other people, you won't be able to minister to them. Verse 12, then people who are not believers will respect the way you live, and you will not need to depend on others. There's something to this living to please God. There is something in the power of our saying yes to God. There is something in hearing what God has to say for our best. Save us a whole lot of pain, hurt, and trouble. You see, Paul's really not giving these folks rules to live by, as much as he's giving them guidance for the best life ever. Jesus himself said it. I came to bring life and life abundant. These directions are for increasing the odds of a quiet life. This is truth for Thessalonians, and I believe it's truth for us today. Words to think on, aren't they? Words to think on. Let's pray. Well, Lord, thank you for